Yeah, currently out here in Whiting, Indiana, just waiting for waterspout action, probably through the late morning hours through afternoon hours, to be honest, or across this area. We do have some sunshine and some sun peeking in over portions of central and eastern and southern Lake Michigan. It would help with some 3K and Cape and some surface heating. If we get some more clearing in between some of these broken bands, could leave some more heating as well. With the cooler air kind of going over effect as well, we could get some more tower and Q, low top thunderstorms or low top thunder showers. Some of these showers later on this afternoon could be producing some lightning, maybe get a stronger core going. They could even produce some small hail or grapple for the most part. Saw some of those reports later, probably yesterday we saw some of those reports, and late this morning, late last night into the early morning hours, going into portions of Michigan City and even the north side of Chicago, I have some grapple or small hail reports with some of these thunder showers coming in from over lower Lake Michigan. Starting to get some lake-induced instability a little bit later on this afternoon, building up with some of these boundaries, small boundaries, and you have the main lake effect boundary as well. It's kind of over western Lake Michigan. It'll kind of swing its way over here into the lower portions of lower Lake Michigan, probably into Lake Whiting, Indiana border area, and we could get some of those water spots that do develop. So a couple of these showers could try to intensify later on today. Coming closer to shore, like right here in front of us, we actually have some rain falling right here with the shower developing right here in front of us. If I back out and zoom out, you can see over there to the right of my camera, and you can see some rain starting to come down with a little bit of these Q here. They're trying to build up as well, getting closer to northwest Indiana Lake shoreline. But that's Chicago in front of us. I'm just pointing towards that way because we're kind of just seeing and waiting for some new convection here with some of these lake-induced boundaries here. There's a couple boundaries out here, weak boundaries, but the main boundary, the lake effect boundary, is kind of over portions of western Lake Michigan right now, but it should swing this way through the afternoon hours, and with that we could have some water spout potential, but also water spots with some of these other convective showers that are more in the sunlight as well, with the cool air kind of racing over the lake at the same time and warmer lake waters. It could help with some water spout potential. So just waiting to see what happens at this point. We don't have some high level cloud covers today, so right above these low level clouds here is pure sunlight, so there's going to be some 3K Cape and surface instability developing. But we could also get some large wave action throughout the day as well that develops here. They're talking about anywhere between 10 and 14 footers, but the European model wave forecast model and a couple other wave forecast models indicate there actually could be some taller waves as well, where some of these waves could actually reach up to 18 to 20 foot waves. We'll see which models, or one of these models, are actually correct and which one is not. I know the other day when they were calling for 14 to 18 footers, the European wave model showed up to 20 footers. That was the other day when they had gale warnings out here. I did see 10 foot plus monsters going into portions of Michigan City, when you can see on the camera out there. But I don't know, I wasn't up late enough to see if there was any taller waves. There was probably like some 10 to 14 footers out there for sure. They were breaking towards the shoreline, but we'll see what happens throughout much of today. But as in front of us, you get some of these convective showers, and maybe you get some water spout potential with some of these showers or convective thunder showers that come on shore. But once they go inland, they kind of just lose their potential and their low LCLs or surface-based convection there, and they kind of just dissipate when they hit the land. So they're just feeding off the lake moisture at this point and some lake-induced instability. So that's what's going to keep these guys going and alive throughout much of the morning today. But other than that, that's what we're just currently watching on at this point. Appreciate you guys coming out here to watch. I don't always stream lake effect showers, but I do stream lake effect snow. So that's one thing. So right now it's just like chilling and seeing what actually happens versus what's actually not going to happen at this point. I do think there's definitely a better chance of water spouts today versus yesterday, just because of the fact yesterday high level cloud covers are coming in from the west. It kind of messed up with some of the lake induced heating over the lake. This 3K Cape yesterday was building really nice till those high level clouds came in and kind of messed everything up. I bet there was a couple water spouts late last night after midnight over close to Michigan City because it started clearing up. Those high level clouds started moving out, and there was a little bit of flake-induced instability building up towards Michigan City. So I'm not surprised if there was maybe a couple water spouts over there last night, because there was definitely some really good core storms over there with some brief rotation. Sometimes with these water spouts, with a couple of these convective showers, you won't get that beautiful couplet as you see with the tornadic supercell. It'll be like very, very light, but you'll know it's barely touching. But as soon as you get a little bit of red in there, a little bit of green in there, and you can see that they're kind of just broad rotation, mostly you get that straight line with both of them touching, which is like how those boundary interactions interact. You can get like a line of water spouts, maybe like a few in a row. That's usually with those boundary interactions as well over the lake. So we'll see if we get a couple of those. Waves starting increasing a little bit with some of these showers being pushed on, so. So you got a couple showers here coming over into Chicago in front of us. Well, not over Chicago, but you can see that shower in front of us. It's kind of like limiting our visibility right there, but you can see the shower right there in front of us. This can drop in some precipitation right there in front of us. That was the one I was just talking about over to our right. Let's go ahead and check out a couple of these models here. Let's go over to the actual screen here. It's not letting me do a window capture, okay. It's not letting me get a window capture up. Okay, we'll just do that later on. But anyway, I was trying to tell you guys that the visible satellite does show some really nice cumulus here building over portions of lower Lake Michigan. I'm currently looking at it right now. It's just not pulling up on the screen like how I want it to. But western Lake Michigan right now, you get some instability over there. Surface-based instability is only about 100, 150 over most of the area, but trying to continue to build. You get some really nice cumulus towers with some of those lake-induced lake effect showers there over western Lake Michigan. That's kind of pulling into Kenosha area. But you get some of the Q over here to try to build as well. We could get some isolated water spout potential over here as well. But I'm more focused on these boundaries, especially off to the west. So they issued already a marine warning for that boundary. That's kind of feeding with some of those showers. Get some water spouts over there towards Kenosha right now. They did just issue a special marine warning over there. I think I can pull up Radar Omega real quick. Let me kind of just look at that. Let's see here. Alright, so it did let me pull this up. Okay, cool. So I got the radar up now. You can see they just issued a special marine warning for water spouts with this potential banding over here to the west. That, like I said, I was talking about western Lake Michigan, so water spouts can create locally hazardous seas, some wave action stuff, but that's over towards, they just issued that over towards Milwaukee, north of Kenosha right there, North Bay area. And it's going to be kind of hard to see unless you're on the western edge. You're kind of in between a couple of these showers if there is a water spout out there, because there's a lot of shower activity with this as well. But this is along that main boundary, so the main boundary is kind of just right here along the lake shore over western Lake Michigan. But it should swing around over here towards later on in the day, and that's what we're currently watching out for, is that. Because there's your whole boundary right there. And if this was snow, this would be a really good lake effect snow band. But here's the boundary right here. So the boundary is just setting up like this currently, but it is eventually going to swing its way down here into this area, and that's going to be perfect timing when we get those lake-induced instability building up down the lake as well. More sunshine to build during the day as well. Other dynamics to kind of feed into this lake effect shower banding that's happening along the lower Lake Michigan area. And there's probably some really nice low clouds on this band as well, which a couple of these other boundaries has some very nice low clouding basis as well, but they kind of dissipate as they come in as you're watching on the live stream in front of us. But that banding right there, just watching, it's a little messy right now. Want it to tighten up, get rid of this extra shower stuff, that we don't throw too much clouds out there. If it's more thin, you'll get more of these like skinnier lines here with the boundary itself. When it pours in over here, if it's more skinnier, it'll be easier for sunlight to feed in on both sides. It could help with the convection building a lot stronger. But these widespread showers, it'll be hard to see water spouts in there as well. Blinded by rain. See, we're getting rain in front of us right now, for the most part. right, guys, stay tuned.